The term fall guy originally means, in the stunt world, is the guy that takes the hits. It's the guy that steps in and takes the fall, the guy that falls off the horse, the guy that falls off the bike, the guy that falls down the stairs. And so it was a term that coined early on in film as the stunt person, the fall guy. But I think we took it to another level in the Fall Guy, the film, where it became more of a metaphor, or maybe that's a bad term, but we use the term in a lot of different ways. This is a fall guy, stuntman, who is also taking the fall for something he didn't do, and someone who's fallen in love so deeply that he's willing to risk everything to get it back. Fall Guy has a lot of meanings in our Fall Guy, and it just took it to the next level. With Ryan and Emily, you have two of the greatest actors of our time, and it's humbling to have them on set. But their chemistry is really palpable, especially as these characters. I mean, they really come to set embodied, have done the homework of what these people are feeling. And from the moment I roll cameras, that energy, pops through the lens and we feel it, and everybody on set feels it. And so it's just a testament to how good they are at their craft. And you work with different actors who have different techniques, and some are more method and some are more technical. And I would say, I don't want to sit and analyze how they get to where they are. They're just very natural and professional. And just when the camera switches on, there's a laser focus to the person in front of them, and they are embodying these characters and bringing them to life. I really did need him to be, for the sake of the story, to be a caricature, to someone that we could really sort of focus our ire on for this film, because Colt's the hero, and we needed a heel. And Aaron came in and hit it out of the park. Tom Ryder is an egomaniac. He's a narcissist. He's afraid of his own shadow. He is full of bravado, but yet completely incapable of doing anything that involves courage. He's the antithesis of Aaron Taylor Johnson, which is why he did such an incredible role bringing him to life. All the pressures that you feel as a stunt coordinator, Winston brought to life. But more importantly, he brought the camaraderie to life that you have with your fellow stunt performers, and the instant brotherhood there is when you reunite. And I think that scene with him and Ryan when he first arrives in Australia sort of sets the table for these guys. And they may have not seen each other in 5 years, but they are right back in there, quoting movies, asking about personal stuff, and then getting down to business and delivering crazy action. That's just the reality of it. And he did the work and brought it to life. So the cannon roll is a classic stunt that's been around since obviously the beginning of cars and films. And really what happens is the special effects department works with stunts, and they actually put a cannon in the bottom of the car. Now it's usually the use of hydraulics and air pressure. It used to be black powder and a log. And you place it in a position of the car, and as the car's going at speed and you hit the charge, it flips the car and the car rolls. It was important for us to do some sort of, again, we were trying to do classic stunts, and so the car roll became one of the things that we had to include in this film. And while we were at it, we're like, well, we're making a movie that's an homage to stunt performers. Why don't we make sure that we're doing the best and biggest versions of those, and maybe we can break some records. And so that was the goal when we set out, like, how do we make a statement on practical stunts and maybe set some records. And with the cannon roll, that's what we did. The Fall Guy, to me, is really a love letter to stunt performers and to the blue-collar artisans that make movies. The production designers, the cinematographers, the grips, the electrics, the PAs, the ADs, everybody who gives their heart and soul to this business and spends hours on set trying to bring this magic of storytelling to the screen. As a stunt performer for years, it's really dear to my heart to bring the Fall Guy to life, because there's a lot of real-life anecdotes from my journey as a stunt performer and a below-the-line crew in there.